for this third year that we've been doing this Balafest, and the youth in this community is taking such a lot of interest doing this. It's really inspiring to see that. And each year we are trying to do something different and to try to make more and more improvements. And I want to say this, that any suggestions that you have, please let us know what other improvements you think that we can make. This year, what we've done is we have increased the number of prizes to give the children more incentive to do these things. And when I see, it really touches my heart to see all these kids with all their workload and so many things that they do, and they still continue to take the lead in all these activities. And because I know I've seen these kids practice for the super quiz, for just a minute, for the bhajans, and continuously, and they put in so much of effort. So before we do anything, I want all of you to give the kids a big hand. We are going to start we're going to start the Balafest with the bhajan and the slokam. And before I do this, I want to say that we'd like to dedicate this program to Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda and start this program with his blessings. And we have all the judges. Judges are over on my right. And we have one set of judges for the bhajan and the slokam, and another set of judges for just a minute. And we put a time limit of 3 minutes on the bhajan and the slokam. And if the judges would note, some of these slokas and bhajans that they chant are excerpts, not the full thing, because you cannot do that in 3 minutes. So that is allowed. And also, the other thing I want to see is that the judges have their sheets, and it is clearly indicated there how many points are given for the bhava or the mood that you put into it, the feeling and the attitude which you chant, the pronunciation, and the rhythm or the music that goes with it. So, so I'd like to start the first one.
Slokam contest. I will announce the teams as we go on. Then we go on with just a minute. I will announce the order for that as we reach the event. Then we have a break and we go into the super quiz, and we'll announce everything else as we go on, okay? So, as I said once before, have fun, because that's why we're here. The Balafest is held only once a year, if I'm not mistaken. This is my first one, and I intend to enjoy it. So, guys, let's have some fun. Keep in mind what I told you in the beginning. Give these children, give all of yourselves that much credit, and let's make this a year that we're not going to forget. We will begin with the first team for the bhajan contest, United India. Give them a big hand, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. first team for the bhajan contest, United India. Team from Chinmay Upland backstage, please. Okay, we're ready to start with the next team. Audience, I'd like to have some silence, please. The next team on stage is Cerritos La Palma. Ladies and gentlemen, some silence, please. The next team on stage, Cerritos La Palma. from Chinmaya Upland will be Rama Pujari. The team coming up after this will be Chinmaya Cerritos. Chinmaya Cerritos team. That's it. After the break, we will have a quiz, a super quiz. It's going to be quite lengthy, and hopefully after this is the serene part of the whole show, the yelling and screaming can start after the break. This year's format may be a little different. We thought of having about 500 questions, and we got it down to 250. We were up to 4 o'clock last morning, and we finally landed up with 120. And we will see, time permitting, we'll see how many questions we can go through. I will run you through that whole format as we get ready to start for the quiz. The next team, as I announced before, is Chinmaya Upland with Rama Pujari. The team after that will be Chinmaya Cerritos.
Would like to dedicate our sloka and our bhajan to the children everywhere.
Okay, the next team on stage will be Chinmaya Cerritos. This is being an excerpt from Tulsi Ramayana, the birth of Sri Rama. I repeat, the next team on stage will be Chinmaya Cerritos, and it is going to be an excerpt from Tulsi Ramayana, the birth of Sri Rama. The team after this is going to be San Dimas Laverne. I request that team to please come backstage and get ready for their turn. The next team on stage, Chinmaya Cerritos.
manifest himself in a superhuman form, Kausalya willed that he be reborn unto her, so that she may love him as a mother loves a child.
Lift it up.
That was Cerritos with their excerpt from Tulsi Ramayana, The Birth of Sri Rama. The next team on stage is Santimas Lover with a piece from Sri Ramachandra Kripalu. The last team after this will be a team from Orange and LA County, and their piece is going to be an excerpt from the Hanuman Chalisa. Okay, we're ready to go on with the program. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the next team on stage is Santimas Lover.
Make sure it's 40 dollars whatever you want. Just the break. Sure, no problem.
Jalo
St. Demas Laverne with the piece from Sri Ramachandra Kripalu. Going on to the last team for the bhajan contest. It's Orange in LA County, and it is going to be an excerpt from the Hanuman Chalisa. After we finish with this team, we move to the Shlokam contest. I will announce the order, and I will request the teams to please be ready backstage. The first team for the Shlokam contest is going to be United India. The second is going to be Cerritos La Palma. The third is Chinmaya Upland. Fourth, Chinmaya Cerritos. Fifth is going to be St. Demas Laverne. And the last team is going to be Orange and LA County. This is going to be the last team for the bhajan contest. Ladies and gentlemen, the next team on stage is Orange and LA County with an excerpt from Hanuman Chalisa. as we get ready for the slogan contest, I think all the participants for the pageant contest deserve a big hand, a big round of applause for all the 16 that we chose. It's a lot of applause for all the 16. It is but quite fascinating when we see these young children come on stage and perform, do a bhajan or recite a shloka. I've been brought up in India for most of my life, and I guess I myself was never exposed to this kind of thing, and even in this country, it's extremely fascinating, and I think the credit goes to all the parents, and if we can keep ourselves on track in the same direction, I think it means a lot. And if you go to the East Coast, you will notice a big difference. The atmosphere, the environment, it's very difficult to build something like this. And when we have the opportunity to build something and have such a strong base, I think we need to make a further commitment to grow. I don't mean to sound extremely philosophical or anything, but it means a lot to these children, and I'm sure a lot of parents will understand that this kind of environment and atmosphere is absolutely incredible. So let's work towards it, and let us get on with the program also. The next the contest will be the slogan contest, and I did go through the order. I'll run through the order again so all the teams can be ready. The first one is United India. Second one is Cerritos La Palma. Going down is Chinmaya Upland. Fourth team is Chinmaya Cerritos. The fifth is San Dimas Laverne. And the last team is Orange and LA County. After the slogan contest, we will have the just a minute. So we begin with United India in Nagendra Haraya. Second team on stage after this will be Cerritos La Palma. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the slogan contest. was United India with Nagendra Harai. The second team will be reciting the Gita Dhanam, and the team on stage is Cerritos La Fama. The team taking stage after this will be Chinmaya Upland. I request Chinmaya Upland to be ready backstage. Okay, also as I said before, let's keep the level of participation, the level of enthusiasm really high. Give these children a big hand as we end with their particular pieces. It means a lot to them. A lot of hard work's been put into it, and I'm sure they would appreciate it a lot. Okay, we are ready with the next team for the Shlokam contest, and if the audience is ready, on stage is Cerritos La Fama with Gita Dhanam.
Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Yeah. That way, no. This one now. Slide it.
That was the team from Cerritos, La Fama. They recited the Gita Dhana. The next team on stage is going to be Chinmaya Upland, and they will be reciting from Shaswara Paradhini. It's an excerpt from that.
No.
The team on stage after this, after Chinmaya Upland, will be Chinmaya Cerritos. I request the team to please be ready backstage. Going down the
go down.
fifth team will be Sandeep's Lover.
It doesn't help you, right?
The last team for the slogan contest will be the next team on stage. If the audience is ready, is Chinmaya Upland with an excerpt from Mahishasura Mardini. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you may please be silent. We will start. Thank you. Thank you. That was Chinmaya Upland with an excerpt from the Mahishasura Mardini. The next thing on stage is Chinmaya Cerritos, and they will be reciting the excerpt. It's an excerpt from the Sri Tapovana Shatkam. The next thing on stage is Chinmaya Cerritos. The fifth theme for the Shlokam contest is Sandeep's Lover. I request the team to please be ready backstage. Also, for the information of all the participants of the Just a Minute, if I can have the attention of the audience and the participants for just a minute, please. There is a change in the order. I will read the order for the Just a Minute. The first theme on stage is Orange in LA County. The second theme on stage will be Chinmaya Cerritos. The third theme on stage will be United India. The fourth is Cerritos La Fama. I will repeat the order for the information of the judges also. Just a minute, there is a change in the order. The first team is Orange and LA County. The second team is Chinmaya Cerritos. The third team is United India. And the fourth team for the Just a Minute is Cerritos La Palma. Continuing with the slocum contest, the next team on stage is Chinmaya Cerritos. We will begin when the audience is ready. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Chinmaya Cerritos. That was an excerpt from Sri Tapovana Shatkam. The next team on stage is Sandimas Laverne, and they will be reciting an excerpt from Ashtalakshmi Stotram. I repeat, the next team on stage is Sandimas Laverne. The last team on stage for the slocum contest after this will be Orange and LA County. I request Orange and LA County to be ready for their performance. I did not mean to confuse anybody in the audience about the change in order in just a minute. It's just that the seating arrangement on stage will be different. So sitting left to right, we'll be starting with Orange County, going down to Cerritos La Palma. So I hope there's no confusion as far as the participants are concerned. We are ready with team number 5. Sandeep Laverne with an excerpt from Ashtalakshmi Stotram. Thank you.
That's amazing, see?
Thank you, Sandeep Laverne. That was an excerpt from the Ashtalakshmi Stotram. The last theme for the slogan contest is Orange LA County, and they will be presenting an excerpt from Vishnu Sahasranama. The last team on stage is the Orange and LA County team. Right after this, we go in for the Just a Minute. I request the teams to please be ready. The teams participating in the Just a Minute are United India, Cerritos La Palma, Chilmaya Cerritos, and Orange in LA County. Hopefully we have 10 chairs free somewhere because we need 10 chairs for the participants on stage. So if the participants see any chairs lying around, please pick them up and keep them to the side. Okay, as we wind up in the slogan contest, the last team on stage is Orange and LA County with an excerpt from Vishnu Sahasranama. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're winding up with the last team for the Shlokan contest, Orange and LA County, with an excerpt from Vishnu Sahasranama.
As soon as the MC has directed the question towards one team, the team has 30 seconds in which they formulate who's going to speak and what they're going to speak about. Okay? And then once they're ready, after 30 seconds, the speaker will rise, come to the mic, and talk. At 45 seconds, you will hear a buzz. That is the sign to the participants saying that they have 15 seconds left to wrap it up. At the end of 1 minute, there'll be a big buzz. Okay? And after that, nothing counts. In fact, if they exceed the 1 minute time limit, judges are free to take away points, basically minus 5 points for every 5 seconds they go beyond. Okay? So please be wary of the time limit. Thank you.
He is on the battlefield, getting ready to fight. Looking around him, however, all of a sudden, a great weakness overcomes him. In an attitude of total surrender, he appeals to his charioteer for guidance. You are the charioteer. What do you advise him? I'll repeat the question again. Please start counting only after the second time. He is on the battlefield, getting ready to fight. Looking around him, however, all of a sudden, a great weakness overcomes him. In an attitude of total surrender, he appeals to his charioteer for guidance. You are the charioteer. What do you advise him?
Arjuna, what is your problem? Why are you feeling this way? Arjuna, you are a Kshatriya. This is your duty. This is your dharma. All of these people, they may be your friends, your relatives, and your own flesh and blood, but that is not supposed to come in between you. They are your flesh and blood, but the body is what is going to be killed, not the soul. All these people may die in front of you, but their soul will always live on forever. Because you are Kshatriya, your duty is to fight them. This is your dharma. Don't be afraid. I know you'll be afraid right now, and your weakness is really overcoming you. But please, this is what you have to do. I am the instrument. You are the instrument, but I am what is going to make you go on. Please, Arjuna, listen to my words. Heed them and do what you have to do.
The great sage, Vasishta, denied you the wish-fulfilling cow you asked for. You waged war against him and lost every time. In great anger and frustration, you respond thus. Once more. The great sage, Vasishta, denied you the wish-fulfilling cow you asked for. You waged war against him and lost every time. In great anger and frustration, you respond thus.
I'm Shobha Mahadev from Cerritos, and I am the sage Vishwamitra. Time and time again, you have defeated me every time I wanted to defeat you. I have longed to attain the great state of Brahmarishi, which you have reached. I tried to reach Rajarishi through so much tapas. Each time I was put back. As in the case of Trishankru, who came to me and who I had to send to the heavens and make a separate heaven for because the Devas would not accept. My powers went down then. Then, O Indra sent Ramba and Menaka, the evil Apsaras, who distracted me then also. But this time, I shall attain the divine state of Brahmarishi, and then I will be your equal. And I will not stop until the earth and the heavens themselves have been destroyed under my tapas.
That was Shobha Mahadev, Cerritos, Balafest. And now we have United India Balafest. Your father demands, where is this Lord of yours? Show me. Who are you? Who are you and how do you respond? Your father demands, where is this Lord of yours? Show me. Who are you? And how do you respond?
From the United India Balafest. I'm going to play the part of... Oh, Father, don't you see him? He's everywhere. He's in your... He's in the chair. He can be everywhere. He can be in the air. He's even there in that pillar. If you look in your heart, you can see him. He's right there. The image of God is right there. Vishnu, you can see him. The image of Vishnu is everywhere, for he is everywhere because Vishnu is everywhere and he can be everywhere because the Divine Lord himself is everywhere because of his power.
Judges, please note the individual names because there is a prize for individual participation also in this. So please note the individual names of the participants also. You became the greatest archer by sincere and constant practice and by invoking at the same time the blessings of your chosen Guru, whose clay image you worship. Your Guru found this out. In order to keep his promise to his favorite disciple, he asked you for a particular Guru Dakshina. How did you respond? What did you say and do? You became the greatest archer by sincere and constant practice and by invoking at the same time the blessings of your chosen Guru, whose clay image you worshipped. Your Guru found this out. In order to keep his promise to his favorite disciple, he asked you for a particular Guru Dakshina. How did you respond? What did you say and do?
Oh, Drona, I, Eklavya, came to you before, asking you so I could be your student in archery, but you refused. But knowing, even from my youth, I had a longing for this sport of all Kshatriyas. And so, after being rejected, I set out to pursue this dream, even if you were not to be my physical guru standing there in front of me, teaching me. I would worship you in an idol in the image I felt that you were. And I practiced in the forest for all. And and now you ask me for what dakshina you want from me. And I say, and you ask me for my right thumb. Oh, my almighty Guru, I give it to you.
That completes the first round, and now we'll go in the opposite direction and proceed to the second round within you. You violate the Guru's word. What do you do and what do you say? Your Guru has initiated you into a secret mantra and asked you not to reveal this to anyone. But the love of God and your compassion for humanity is strong within you. You violate the Guru's word. What do you do and what do you say?
And I'm from the Cerritos, Balafest. Last name is Gopi.
contemplating upon my act now, I feel like I've really done humanity a justice. When I first went to my guru to get my initiation, he told me, Ramanuja, this is a secret that you must keep with yourself. Let not the masses know it. Then I thought to myself, why should only a selected few be given the chance to attain realization? Why should not everyone be given the chance to attain realization? Thinking this, I went up, I saw the Bodhisattva in front of me, and I said, come ye, O masses, let us all attain God. Not just one person, not just two people, but everyone. And with this thought in my mind, I initiated this action, which I hope will now lead to more spiritual realization on the part of the masses. So now, having done this, I feel that my act was purely philanthropic and unselfish, and I would like to see the rest of humanity attain realization.
Everyone, please silence. We have now the United India Balafest. The great king Dasharatha was a great archer, and in particular he was known as a Shabda baby. He could shoot and easily hit a target by aiming in the direction of the sound. In his vanity, he once tried this in the dark by shooting in the direction of what he thought might have been a deer. He was shocked to learn that he shot a young boy instead, who was in the process of carrying water to his blind parents. Who was the boy? Imagine you're one of the parents. What do you say to the king? What was the result of this on King Dasharatha? The great King Dasharatha was a great archer and in particular known as Shabda Bhedi. He could shoot and easily hit a target by aiming in the direction of the sound. In his vanity, he once tried this in the dark by shooting in the direction of what he thought might have been a deer. He was shocked to learn that he had shot a young boy instead, who was in the process of carrying water to his blind parents. Who was the boy? Imagine you're one of the parents. What do you say to the king? What was the result of this on King Dasharatha?
Good afternoon, my name is Sharat Parameshwar. I am from the United India Movement. At this moment, Dasharatha walks into the boy's parents' house, carrying a jug of water to be delivered to the parents. The parents, being blind, have no knowledge whatsoever that it is not their son, but yet Dasharatha, the slayer of their son. The parents react happily. Oh son, you have finally came back. What has taken you so long? We are thirsty. We are awaiting water. Why have you kept so long? And why are you so quiet? Dasharatha responds, Oh sir, oh madam, I am not your son. I am Dasharatha, a vain prince who has shot your son, mistaking him for a deer. I am so sorry. And the parents respond, let you be cursed, that when your son leaves you, then you shall die of grief. Thank you.
That was the United India Balafest, and now we have the Chimaya Balafest Cerritos. You have been waiting outside Lord Yama's doorstep for 3 days and nights without food and water to see him. The Lord finally arrives and is so pleased with the sincerity of your motives and your courage that he decides to grant you 3 boons. Ask the Lord for these 3 boons. You have been waiting outside Lord Yama's doorstep for 3 days and nights without food and water to see him. The Lord finally arrives and is so pleased with the sincerity of your motives and your courage that he decides to grant you 3 boons. Ask the Lord for these 3 boons.
Be something that I cannot even begin to ask for. But since you persist, O Yamaraj, I will ask you for 3 boons. First of all, O Yamaraj,
Please ask that you make my father forgive me, for right now he is very angry with me. And for my second boon, Yamaraj, I ask that my father receive punam, although his cows for sacrifices may not be very good. And for my third boon, Yamaraj, I ask you to explain to me what birth and death is, for I'm very confused. Yes, Yamaraj, that is all I ask for. I want no riches, none whatsoever. I ask for these 3 boons, Yamaraj, and I will be very grateful to you if you can give me these, for that is all I want, O Lord. Thank you.
You have been asked to address an audience at the Parliament of Religions in Chicago, representing the major religion in your country. Who are you and what do you say? You have been asked to address an audience at the Parliament of Religions in Chicago, representing the major religion of your country. Who are you and what do you say?
I am Vivekananda. Brothers and sisters of America, I come to talk to you about the Hindu religion. The Hindu religion thinks that everyone is one. We are all brothers and sisters. There is no American, Indian, or black. We should all work together and be one. This country, America, is the country of pleasure and enjoyment, but India is the country of meditation and work. I wish that we could work together and be one.
Just a minute. Please give them all a big hand. Before we take the break, I want to just a minute. Judges, if you please total the
Check, 1, 2, 3, check. Check. Okay.
Up to 5. Hey, Vivek, you want 5 or 4? 4 or 5? Okay, Rajini also wants to come. 5. Take 5 of it.
Check.
All 6 can go.
1, 2, 3.
Ask him.
Check, 1, 2, 3.
5 or 6?
Check.
Oh, wait a minute. Sudha, only 5 people is allowed.
Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check.
What Vivek?
Ram, Jai Ram, Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram, Om. Thank you. I'm sure all of you are aware of the mass movement in India to rebuild the Sri Ram temple in Ayodhya. And it is the effort of the masses with very small donations which will help them build the temple. And this effort has been going on not only in India, but over 150 countries all over the world. In keeping with that spirit, the people in Los Angeles are trying to arrange, or they are actually having, a Sri Ram Shila Pujan in Whittier, California. The flyers are available on the 18th. This will be not a once in a lifetime opportunity. Probably this type of opportunity does not come to people even in 1,000 years. So we would like all of you to participate and make that function a grand success. When we sing Ayodhya Vasi Ram and when we say Ayodhya Purnetaram, let's also put some more spirit into that And please, I invite all of you to make that function a success. The flyers are available outside. Thank you very much.
Those children who would like to participate, just like you've done here for that mid-year program, if you want to participate in that, please give me your names. Because maybe you can do something as a group. You've done something here, maybe you can do the same thing over there. They would like your help. Okay? And there's another thing that's also going on. Let me also make that announcement while I'm here. Malibu Temple on 19th is having a Children's Day. And they would like your names for participation in programs just like this. If you want to do things as a group, like a bhajan, a slokam, or any recitation, or anything you want to do, please give me your names for that also. And by the end of this event. Thank you. Hari Om.
We're going to keep that screaming going right through, okay? The show might go on for about an hour or hour and a half. And make sure you yell and scream. We have a surprise prize for the loudest cheering audience also. I heard somebody boo from there. The sound doesn't make a difference. As long as I can hear it, somebody's going to get a prize. So, okay? And I'm going to run you through the rules. Cheering is fine. I just want to make one thing clear before we start. The judge's decision is final. The quizmaster's decision is final. So if there's any doubt of any sort, you're just going to have to keep it till the end of the quiz and till it's over, because we've spent a lot of time doing this and we are human also. So it may just be possible that there could be a mistake here or there, but I will not entertain anything during the show. That's only being fair to everybody here. Fair, also keeping in mind that the concentration of these participants is important. Okay? So let's begin. I'm going to run you through the rules. I think it's a little different from last year. We will have 6 rounds, and it's the same thing again. We will start from this side, whichever, and it goes across that way, and then comes back. So basically, there will be 10 questions for every round, since you have 5 teams, okay? So the total for 6 rounds is 60 questions. Each team will get 15 seconds to answer the question. 15 seconds as soon as the clock starts. The nature of the questions, I'm going to describe the different kind of questions for you. You have what's called a direct question. That is, for example, I ask team 1 a question. It's their first turn. They answer it. If for some reason they do not answer the question, I will pass that question on to the next team, okay? Which is only being fair because we have spent time figuring out these questions, and maybe there is somebody else in one of the other teams who can answer it. But we will make sure that it goes from team to team in the proper order. So if that team does not answer, it goes down to them, and then so on and so forth. For these questions which are being passed on, or a bonus question, the team will get only 5 seconds because they've already heard the question first time around, so we will not waste any time with these questions or answers, okay? Then you have what's called a 2-part question, where a question might have 2 answers. In this case, again, if team 1, for example, answers one part of the question and does not get the other, I will pass on the second part to the second team. I will explain this part of it. For a 2-part question, if the team answers both, they get 2 points. If they answer only one of the 2, they will get only 1 point. So if they don't answer both parts of the question, I will pass it on to the next team, who, if they answer it correctly, will get 1 point. We will pass on the question until every team has a chance. That is how the bonus questions are going to take place, and I hope there will be no confusion, okay? Then you have the true and false questions, which will not be passed on, obviously, because, I mean, if it's not true, it has to be something else. And it's a straightforward 2-point question, okay? Pass on rules, as I said, it's 5 seconds per team if it goes to the next team. To Direct questions, not answered, will be passed on to the next team. Okay, 1 point for the passed on questions, as I said, and questions will be passed on till all the teams get a chance. We will have 6 rounds, that's 60 questions. Okay, the categories that we are addressing today and that the teams will be questioned on, it's going to be in this order. The first one is history, second is mathematics, third is religion, fourth is science, fifth is music, and the sixth and last category is going to be geography. Okay? So it's history, math, religion, science, music, and geography. Ooh, the crowd's already getting excited. Okay, now this is the part which is definitely going to be different from last year. We have what's called a potpourri round, which is going to be at the end of 6 rounds. This potpourri is going to be a mixture of all the categories. Nothing is going to be in any specific order. As we pick, you get a question, so you might land up with 2 math or 2 science or whatever. So it's basically luck. It's going to be all mixed up. There will be 3 rounds there and a total of 30 questions. So altogether we have 90 questions. Let's have fun. Let's begin. And audience, be part of this right through, okay? Oh yeah, for the potpourri round, I forgot. For the potpourri round only, that's the last 30 questions. Every team that answers correctly gets 5 points. No questions will be passed on for the last 3 rounds, okay? Basically, it's very straightforward. 1 question per team. Team answers it, gets it 5 points. It will not be passed on. I'm sorry, I forgot something very important again. Since you can see this huge mass of people on stage here, we're going to make it a little easier. For every team, only 1 person will answer the question. I'm going to introduce the teams to you. The team captain is the only one who is going to be able to answer. If anybody else in the team, or if I hear 2 voices from the same team, the question will be scrapped, and I will not give them another question. Okay? So why don't you go ahead and plan? I need 1 team captain from each team. Oh yeah, and for everybody who answers the right question in the audience, yeah, well, that's his idea, okay? So you guys get candy. Well, I guess he didn't have that good a Halloween, so anyway, I guess I covered everything. Do any of the teams have any questions before we begin? You got a question? My dear brother seems to be having a problem. The categories, again, the order is history, mathematics, religion, science, music, and geography. Okay, we're going to make a small change there. Religion is going to number 5, and music is going to come to number 3. It's not much of a problem, okay? Anyway, sorry for the trouble, and let's begin with Super Quiz 1989. Audience, let's have some fun. Let's hear it for each and every one of the teams. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to introduce each and every one of you. I'm just going to give you the mic. I want your names loud and clear, and I want the team captain. I assume you are Orange in LA County, right? I hope so. Good. Names, and tell me who the team captain is.
I'm the captain. I'm Vajayati Vandraja.
My name is Deepan Gosekar.
My name is Rahul Krishnaswamy.
My name is Anand Krishna.
Shrish Balchan.
All right, let's hear it for Orange in LA County. I think she wants somebody in the audience to yell for her, okay? Just go here. Okay, which one is this? Okay, Chinmaya Cerritos. Let's hear it for them, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm the team captain. I'm Shobha Kahale. I'm Akash Karwal.
Okay, so that was Chinmaya Cerritos. The third team is Santimas Laverne, right? Okay, you want to introduce yourself, please? Oh, where's the audience? I don't hear you guys. Come on.
I'm the team captain. I'm Vivek Tandon.
I'm Prasma Jaganathan. I am Divya Starvakum. I'm Kritika Vasudevan.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go down that way. Who do we have here? United India, right? Okay, you want to introduce yourselves? Okay, he's showing a sign, so ladies and gentlemen, come on, give him a big hand, please.
My name is Anjali Sridhar. My name is Sharath Parameshwaran. I'm the team captain. Thank you.
My name is Ritesh Goyal.
My name is Malika Mohan.
Vanita Reddy.
Sorry. Okay, that's the last and final team. Cerritos La Fama.
I don't want to hear any booing from you guys. My name's Arun Venkatesan, and I'm the team captain.
I'm Ramesh Chakrapani.
What's your name, sir?
Rita Sambat.
This is our team leader right here. This is Ramesh Gopi.
At this point, I'd like to introduce our timer, Mala, and our scorekeeper, Gayatri. And they'll be keeping time and score, respectively. And Rajiv will tell you more about the timing distance.
There are no rules, okay? There's no rules, so let's have fun. One more thing. Yeah, Mala's the timer, and Gayatri is going to be helping us with the score. Okay, and in case there are any, we're going to tally the score at the end of every round. If there is a mistake for any reason, I'm having 3 people do it, so if we make a mistake or something, we'll immediately tally up and make sure it's correct, okay? So no confusion, just have fun basically. We will, does every team have a piece of paper and pencil? Only plain piece of paper and pencil on stage. I don't want anything written here, okay? If there's anything, please throw it out right now. We shall begin with the first round. Oh yeah, and this guy down here is going to be helping me out. He insisted on sitting there, so be fair to him and give him a big hand. Parmesh. And to make matters worse, this is what, people try to use the influence and try to push themselves on stage. My brother also insisted on sitting on stage, but behind everything. So once in a while, if you get a shot of him, there's Krishna back there. Okay, let's go with the first question for the history round, and this goes to Orange and LA County. Okay. Who was the first ruler in the Gupta dynasty? Okay, do you want to answer that question once more? I'm afraid I can't give you any points for that. It goes to team number 2. I'm afraid I can't give you any points for that either. You're going to have to be a little bit more specific because we're talking about a very specific time period. Okay, team number 3. Gets passed on down that way to team number 4.
Chandragupta the First.
Okay, that team gets it. The answer is Chandragupta the First. Really good. So 1 point to United India. Team number 2 is Cerritos. Where are you guys from? Chinmaya Cerritos. Okay, this question is for you. What is India's legal voting age? What is India's legal voting age?
21.
I'm sorry, I can't give you any points for that. Passes to team number 3.
18?
Yep, you got it right. That's Sandy Maslavern. Sandy Maslavern gets 1 point for that. That's a bonus question again, passed down. Okay? Let's go with the... Okay. Third question goes to Sandy Maslavern. Okay? Who is India's defense minister? Who is India's defense minister? You passed that question? Okay, it goes down here to United India. Who is India's defense minister? Okay. Oh, passes to the last team, Cerritos La Palma. No, it's not Karan Singh. Karan Singh is India's ambassador to the United States. I will pass this question to the audience. If somebody wants to give it a quick shot, let's go. Okay, right here.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm sorry. Well, thank you. I shall not make that mistake again. Time up. Beat those guys up. Come on, come on. They didn't even get it after all that. Okay, who? Anybody in the audience? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. You guys again?
No.
I messed up really bad on that. I'm sorry. Okay, that gentleman there. Oh, it's his mom? No, I'm sorry. I can't give you a chance. Is anybody else here? Okay, nobody else. Who's India's defense minister? It's KC Pant. KC Pant is India's defense minister. Okay, the next question. The next question passes to Yeah, it's going to get more and more difficult. Okay, while I'm reading out the questions, please maintain silence. Okay. After that, it's your ballpark basically. Okay, next question goes to United India. Fa Hien, a Chinese pilgrim, visited India during the reign of this famous Gupta king. Fa Hien, a Chinese pilgrim, visited India during the reign of this famous Gupta king. The question is, name the king.
Samudragupta.
Sorry, I can't give you any points for that. Question passes to Cerritos.
Chandragupta II.
I'm going to give him points for that. It's Chandragupta II Vikramaditya. They get a bonus point for that. Cerritos Lafama gets 1 point. Okay. Yeah, okay. The last question in this round is going to Cerritos Lafama. And the question is, name the second Gupta capital established by Vikramaditya. Name the second Gupta capital established by Vikramaditya. Cerritos?
Magala.
Okay, I'm afraid I can't give that to you. I'm going to pass it down to team number 1. No, it's not Delhi. Team number 2. That's correct. The answer is... Okay, that was Ujjain, and they get 1 bonus point. Okay. Okay, now we're going to start the anti-clockwise. Hopefully it is anti-clockwise, because we're going back this way. And the first question of this round is to Cerritos. Which Gupta ruler was depicted on coins as playing the Rudra Veena? I repeat the question. Which Gupta ruler was depicted on coins as playing the Rudra Veena?
King Samudragupta.
Samudragupta is right. Cerritos gets... Okay, let's see. This goes to United India. Who was president of India between 1969 and 1974? Who was India's president between 1969 and 1974? President of India. Okay, that's going to pass. We go to... He didn't say anything. No answer. Santimas?
Singh?
Sorry.
That side?
No, it's not this side. Cerritos?
We don't know.
Okay, that's a pretty good answer. I covered every team here right now, okay? Okay, gentleman all the way in the back got it first. A couple of people here. Yeah, it was V.V. Giri. The next question, no, it wasn't. And please, when the teams are answering questions, I don't want any, if there's any problem, anything from the audience, I'm going to have to scrap the question, okay? Please, it's only fair to the participants. Please don't make any noise. Who are we going with? San Dimas? Okay, next question is, name the first Gupta capital. Name the first Gupta capital. Yes?
Delhi?
Wasn't Delhi, it passes to Chinmay Cerritos. She said Patliputra. Wasn't the correct answer.
Mentally.
Nope. Okay, it goes down to Cerritos Lapama.
Magadha.
Was Magadha. That was actually the first What was Magadha? Some renewed vigor from this side, or I guess it's from the Cerritos team. Okay, the next question goes down to Chinmay Cerritos. Audience, I'd like some silence, please, while the question is being read. Who was Kumaragupta's son? Who was Kumaragupta's son?
Skandagupta?
Yes, it was Skandagupta. Last question of the round goes to LA Orange County, and the question is, okay, it's a true or false question. Don't want any noise from the audience, okay? Or from the participants on stage, okay? Union territories are thus named because they come under the control of the states. Union territories are thus named because they come under the control of the states. Is that true or false?
False?
Yes, that is. I'll get to the scores in the next round, okay? As soon as I get an opportunity, I'll get to it. We move to the next round, which is going to be mathematics. It's not my favorite round at all, so if I mess up the questions, please forgive me. We will begin with the total at the end of the first round. LA and Orange County has 2 points. Chinmay Cerritos has 3 points. San Dimas has 1 point. United India has 1, and Cerritos La Palma is leading at the end of the first round with 4 points. Okay. We will continue with the next round, mathematics, and the first question goes to LA Orange County. Okay, from which mathematician does the Cartesian coordinate system get its name?
Descartes?
That's the correct answer. Okay, so we'll go 2 points for that. The next question in the mathematics round goes to Chinmay Cerritos. 2 points. Question on the screen, it's a visual. I'd like all the teams to take a look at it. It'll take just a minute. I'm not sure how far back you people can see it, but it's the best we can possibly do. Okay, the question reads, given that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is a cube of side 1, find the area of the shaded region. I repeat the question again. Given that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is a cube of side 1, find the area of the shaded region. I will give that point, and Cerritos, Cerritos gets points for that. The answer was square root of 2. Okay? I'm sorry about that. Okay, we move to the next question, which goes to Cerritos. It's a math question again, and the question is, what is the sum of the interior angles of a regular... Yeah, it is. Okay, Sandimas Laverne, this question is for you. What is the sum of the interior angles of a regular hexagon? What is the sum of the interior angles of a regular hexagon? No, that's not the correct answer. It goes to
900 degrees.
900 is not correct either. Cerritos?
720.
720 is the correct answer. Okay, the next question is to Sandimas Laverne. United India, sorry. I'm looking at the right team. I thought it was the wrong team. Okay, audience, please, when I'm reading out the questions, please, okay, because in the audience itself we seem to be having some problem. You cannot hear the question either, so please, okay? And it is getting a little confusing on stage, so please bear with me. Okay, the next question is to United India, and the question is, what crucial number concept originated in India? What crucial number concept originated in India? United India?
Indian Arabic numerals?
No, can you give me a point for that, Cerritos?
The decimal system.
Nope.
0?
Yes, the answer is... So, Orange County gets one point for that. Next question is to Cerritos La Fama. Some of the children in the first and second row, please. Thank you very much. Okay. This is again, it is going to be a visual. This question is going to be a visual. Okay, it's going to be difficult for the people in the back to see that. The question is, what is the slope of this line? What is the slope of this line? Express your answers in terms of F and G.
Negative F divided by G.
Nope. This question is passed to LA Orange County.
F over G?
Yep, that's correct. The correct answer is F over G. Okay? Okay, we will not have any arguments. Like I told you in the beginning, if you have any discussions about it, we will talk about it later on, okay? Not on stage. Okay, can I have the next question, please? Okay, we're going back this way now. Cerritos, this question is for you again. Okay, audience, please, please. The sum of the squares of two consecutive negative integers is 13. The sum of the squares of two consecutive negative integers is 13. What are the two integers?
2 and 3.
No, that is not the correct answer. United India?
6 and 7.
Afraid not.
7.5?
No, 7.5 is not the correct answer. Yes, it is negative. The answer, I did say the negative.
No, we didn't hear it.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. Okay, the answer is -2 and -3. Okay?
But you have to give some time before because there's too much noise in the back.
Okay, we have to work together, obviously. Okay, so you can bear with me, and if I can bear with you, we'll try to run this as best as possible. The answer again is -2 and -3. Thank you. Okay, the next question goes to San Dimas Laver. No, sorry, United India. The question is, it's a true or false question. Srinivasa Ramanujan is most known for his contributions to the theory of potential surfaces. Srinivasa Ramanujan is most known for his contributions to the theory of potential surfaces. Is it true or false?
False.
Yep, it is false. The answer is false. The question was, Srinivasa Ramanujan is most known for his contributions to the theory of potential surfaces, and the answer was false. I move to the next team, which is San Dimas Laver, and it's a visual. Okay, the question reads, write the equation for the following graph using variables y and x. I repeat the question. Write the equation for the following graph using variables y and x. Okay, ready? Pass it to the next team.
Equal to y squared. X is equal to y squared.
You have an answer? No? Well, the buzzer went. You're supposed to answer the question. In your hand, okay?
X equals y squared plus 1.
No? That's just the Cerritos?
X equals y squared minus 1.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Okay, the correct answer is x equals y squared minus 1. Okay, where were we? We're down to Cerritos, and the next question, audience, if you would please. The next question is for Cerritos. If one man finishes 1/4 of a task in 2 hours, how long will it take for 2 men to finish the entire task? I repeat, if one man finishes 1/4 of a task in 2 hours, how long will it take for 2 men to finish the entire task, assuming that both men are equally efficient? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to scrap that question. I heard the answer from somewhere in the first row. The answer is 4 hours. It came from the audience. I'm going to have to scrap that. Sorry. I will ask you the next question again. Audience, please, there's no point. They could have got 2 points there, and it's not fair. They studied for this one. Okay? Next question is how many degrees is pi over 2 radians? How many degrees is pi over 2 radians? Yes, it is 90 degrees. The answer to that question was 90 degrees. Okay? And the last question in this round. The last question in this round goes to LA Orange County, and this is going to be a visual again. The question reads, ABCD is a square with AC is equal to square root of 2. Find the shaded area in terms of pi. ABCD is a square where AC is equal to square root of 2. Find the shaded area in terms of pi.
Pi r squared minus 1.
Nope, that's not the correct answer. What's the truth?
1/2 pi minus 1.
Nope. United India? It goes to San Dimas.
1/2 pi r squared.
Nope. Only got anybody in the audience? Yep, it is 2 pi minus 1. Nobody gets any points for that. You'll get a candy later on. Okay, that is the end of the mathematics round. That is the end of the... That is the end of the mathematics round, and we go to the next round, which is music. Am I correct? Music. Okay. Music, dance, and fine arts, basically. Okay. This next round.
It doesn't make a difference. How does it make a difference?
I can't hear you. There are too many people. No, I'm sorry. We will not go back to the previous round. We will continue from here at this point. I told you at the beginning of this quiz, it is very difficult, sir. If you would like to compare this quiz, you're more than welcome to come up and take it. I told you, we spent a lot of time.
But you've got to do it in consistent basis.
We are trying as best as possible. There will be a lot of chaos and there will be a lot of considerations that have to be made. I'm sorry, at this point, I will not go back to the round, okay? I'm continuing with the next round. If there are any problems, we will discuss it at the end of the quiz. I will not give any points. I will not entertain the discussion. I'm continuing with the next round, which is music, fine art, and it is going to be addressed to LA Orange County. And your first question is as follows. What instrument does Ali Akbar Khan play? What instrument does Ali Akbar Khan play?
Sarod?
Yes, it is the sarod. The answer to that question was the sarod. Ali Akbar Khan plays the sarod. Second question goes to Cerritos Chinmaya, and the question reads as follows. Which dance form involves dancing on the edge of a plate? Which dance form involves dancing on the edge of a plate?
Kuchipudi.
Yes, it is. The answer to that question was Kuchipudi. The third question in this round goes to San Dimas, and the question is going to be an audio. I request the audience to please be quiet. Please listen to this very carefully. the main instrument?
Mandolin?
No. Question passes to United India.
Sitar.
No, it's not. What is a sitar? Okay, I'm sorry. That is a sitar, and United India gets 1 point for that. I'm sorry for that. It is a sitar. United India gets a point for that. Okay, this is going to be another audio. Please maintain silence, and please listen to this question carefully. Okay, the question is, okay, I'm sure you heard that carefully. The question is, identify the main instrument. Identify the main instrument. United India?
Veena.
It's not the Veena. Cerritos?
Jugalbandhu.
No, it's not the Jugalbandhu. Okay, Leo County?
Sarah.
It's not the Cerritos? It's not the Chinoy. Sandimas?
Mandolin?
No, it's not the mandolin. They all gave it a shot. Yes, it is the santur. Okay, next question. Where are we right now? Okay, Cerritos La Palma, and we have another audio round. Another audio question, so please maintain silence while we listen to this question. Please listen to it carefully. Okay, the question is, identify the instrument. Identify the instrument.
Morsing.
Yes, it is a morsing. Cerritos gets 2 points for that. The instrument is the morsing. We go back this way now. Cerritos gets the next question again. And the question looks like is going to be another audio question. Please listen to it carefully. Okay, this, you heard it carefully, it's a two-part question, okay? The first part of this question is identify the instrument, okay? Second part of the question is, the artist featured in this excerpt was the only person to receive the Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award for playing this instrument. Who was he? So it's a two-part question, identify the instrument, and who was the person playing this instrument?
Smridangam by Palagat Maniai.
Yes, it is. Cerritos gets 2 points for that. The answer for that again is the instrument was the mridangam and the artist was Palagat Maniai. I move to the next question, which goes to United India. Audience, please, if you would bear with all of us. The next question goes to United India, and the question is, what instrument does Hari Prasad Chaurasia play? What instrument does Hari Prasad Chaurasia play?
Tabla.
Nope, he does not play the tabla. Question goes to Sandimas. There's no answer. The question passes to Cerritos, Chimera Cerritos. They passed the question. I'm going to scrap that question again. We had it completely wrong. It's not fair. Please, okay? The answer, yeah, I'll give them another question. The answer was the flute. Hari Prasad Chaurasia is famous for playing the flute. I will give, yeah.
They knew it too.
I'm going to play that round again so it goes to United India because that's where the round started, okay? Well, this particular question was addressed to United India. In terms of the seven fundamental notes, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, what are the four strings on the tambura tuned to? I repeat the question. I don't seem to be singing it right, but in terms of the seven fundamental notes, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, what are the four strings on the tambura tuned to?
Sa, ga, ta, ni.
No, it's not the correct answer. It goes to San Dimas.
Sani Dama.
No, it's not Sani Dhama. It's your turn.
Sa, pa, sa, ma.
It's not Sapa Sama.
Pa, sa, sa, sa.
Yes, it is Pa Sa Sa Sa. So Orange County gets 1 point for that. We move back to San Dimas Laverne for the next question. And the question is as follows. India, and the question is, it's a true or false question, so listen to it carefully. Magnetic fields cannot exist without electric current. Magnetic fields cannot exist without electric current. True or false?
False.
No, he doesn't get that right. The answer is true. Okay, we move to San Dimas Laverne, and the question is as follows. I'm sorry to be hurrying through, but we are a little short of time here. True or false again, and the question is as follows. Sodium chloride displays polar covalent bonding characteristics. Sodium chloride displays polar covalent bonding characteristics. True or false?
False.
Yes, it is false, and they get 2 points for that. Okay, this question is to Chinmaya Cerritos, and the question is, which of Newton's laws Which of Newton's laws states that every force has an equal and opposite force? Which of Newton's laws states that every force has an equal and opposite force? No. Passes to LA Orange County.
Come on.
Third.
Yes, it is third. I think this is the last question of the round. Goes to LA Orange County, and this question is. Do you want to read this up? I don't want to mess it up.
Okay, is this true or false? The intensity of a light source varies inversely with the square of the distance from the source. True or false? True or false? The intensity of a light source varies inversely with the square of the distance from the source. Mathematically, this can be expressed as I being proportional to 1 over r squared, where r is the radial distance from the source.
True?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, that's the end of the round, and we go to our fifth round, which is going to be religion. I will total up, and I will give you the tally. The fifth round is religion, and the last round, the last of the 6 is going to be geography. So we will start with, yes, we will start with LA Orange County with questions on religion. Okay, I guess we have the total now. LA Orange County has 16 points. Chinmaya Cerritos. Those guys woke up kind of late. Anyway, Chinmaya Cerritos has 9 plus 3, 12 points. San Dimas Laverne has 5 points. United India has 7 points. And Cerritos La Palma has 14 points. LA Orange County is leading right now with 16, and Cerritos La Palma is coming second with 14. ready for the question on religion, and the audience would please bear with me. We're slightly short of time, my fault, but let's try to get it through as best as possible. Please maintain silence so we don't have any problems. Thank you. The next question, religion. The first one of this round goes to LA Orange County, and the question is true or false. Please pardon my pronunciation. Dushasana is Gandhari's son. True or false? Yes, it is true. Dushasana is Gandhari's son, and the answer was true. The next question goes to Cerritos, Team Cerritos, and it's going to be a slide. This is going to be a slide, so okay, I hope people from the back can see it also. The question here is, identify the sage in the picture. Identify the sage in the picture, and the question is to... yes, it is Vedavyasa, and you get to... Okay, this question is to Sandeep's lover, and it is going to be another slide. This question is going to be another slide. Okay, I hope you can see that clearly. Okay, give me the Sanskrit name for this temple structure. What you can see in the slide. Give me the Sanskrit name for this temple structure. This question is to Sandeep's lover.
Sastra?
No, it goes to United India.
Gopura.
I'm sorry, I can't give that to you.
Gopura.
It is the Gopura. Cerritos, that's fair. They get 1 point for that. The next question is to, I'm sorry. Okay, the next question goes to United India. Okay, this is going to be another slide. Okay. Who do you see in this particular slide? Okay, identify the deity, or who do you see in this particular slide? The question is to United India.
Dattatreya.
Yes, it is Dattatreya, and you get 2 points for that. Okay, the last question in this round goes to, or in this particular section, goes to Mr. Slide Stack. It's time for another slide. Yes, sir. This goes to Cerritos La Palma. It's going to be another slide. Can we move to the center? Okay. Did everybody get a good look at it? The question is, this picture shows Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada engaged in a debate. Who is he debating? Who is he debating? The picture shows Adi Shankara. The question is, who is he debating?
Mandana Mishra.
Yes, it is Mandana Mishra. So we will get 2 points for that. The answer for that was Mandana Mishra. We start back in the anti-clockwise section of this, and okay, this is going to be an audio question. This is going to be an audio question, so listen to this carefully, please. Okay, the question is,
it's being addressed to Cerritos La Palma. The following excerpt from a Muthuswami Dikshitar composition contains names of many... I'm sorry, I can't hear. There's people in the background. The following excerpt from a Muthuswami Dikshitar composition contains names of many important characters in the Mahabharata. Which of these was Krishna's dearest and true devotee? Listen to the piece carefully.
the second question of this part of the round, and it is to United India. And the question is as follows. Okay, this is another audio question. Please listen to this piece carefully. I will ask you the question before. The question is, name the deity that this song extols. Name the deity that this song extols. Listen to this piece carefully. Audience, if you would, please. Thank you. No, it goes to LA Orange County. Yes, it is Ayappa. Okay, we got 1 point for that. The next question is to Sandy Miss Laverne. It's a true or false question. Okay, it's a true or false question, and the question is, Jnana Yoga is the yoga of action. Jnana Yoga is the yoga of action. Tell me if it's true or false.
True.
Nope. Sorry, I can't give you any points for that, and that's out. We go to the next question, which goes to Chinmaya Cerritos, and the question is as follows. What Veda is the basis for the Soma sacrifice? What Veda is the basis for the Soma sacrifice? I guess I didn't pronounce it right. Chinmaya Cerritos?
Rig?
No. Nope.
Samaved.
Yes, it is a Samaveda. Cerritos Lapama. It is a Samaveda, and Cerritos Lapama gets 1 point for that. Now we are to the last question of the round, and it goes to LA Orange County. The question reads as follows. Which parva or chapter in the Mahabharata contains the Vishnu Sahasranama? Which parva or chapter in the Mahabharata contains the Vishnu Sahasranama? Question to LA Orange County.
14.
Afraid can't give it to you.
Bhishma Parva.
Yes, it is the Bhishma Parva. Sorry, I'm going to have to scrap that question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went this way. I should have gone that way. It was a bonus question. I'm sorry. Okay, this is going to be an audio question. Yes, this is for LA Orange County. This is an audio question, and the question is as follows. Name the kandam or section in the Ramayana that is described by this piece. You will be listening to a piece. Please name the kandam or section in the Ramayana that is described by this piece. It is the Yuddha. The answer to that was the Yuddha. Yeah, okay, that was the last question for that round. We will go into the last of the 6 rounds, which is going to be geography. I will total up. No, it's perfectly alright. Well, because it went the wrong way. That's it. It just went the wrong way. Okay? I will give you the scores in a minute. The last round will be geography. So get ready for it. I will total up. LA Orange County has 16 points. No. Next round, which is geography, and the question goes to LA Orange County. I will total up in a second for you. The last of the 6 rounds is geography. Okay, I will give you the total in just a while. Okay, let her keep tabulating and we will check on it. I will start with the last round. Geography goes to LA Orange County. If I can have some silence from the audience, I will check on the scores in just a minute, okay? The last round, the first question is, the place marked 3 on the map, I will show you the map, is a famous pilgrimage center and has Lord Ramanatha as one of its deities. Name it. You will see a spot marked number 3 on the map and is a famous pilgrimage center and has Lord Ramanatha as one of its deities. Name it. The spot marked number 3.
Sri Lanka.
No, it's not. Goes to Cerritos. No, it's not Sri Lanka. Question goes to United India.
Madras.
It's not Madras, Cerritos.
Kerala.
No, it's not Kerala. Okay, you started the question. I will repeat the question again. Place marked 3 on the map is a famous pilgrimage center and has Lord Ramanatha as one of its deities. Name it. It is Rameshwaram. The next question goes to Cerritos, Chennai Cerritos, and seems like a simple one. What is, if I may have some silence please, we're going to try to run through this as best as possible. What is the capital of Bangladesh? What is the capital of Bangladesh? Yes, it is Dhaka. Thank you. Third question goes to San Dimas Laverne. Ahmedabad and Hyderabad are cities within the same state. It's a true or false question, okay? Listen to it carefully. Ahmedabad and Hyderabad are cities within the same state. False. Okay, it is false and they get 2 points for that. Ahmedabad is in Gujarat and Hyderabad is in Andhra Pradesh. Question goes to United India. What is the largest river in the Indian subcontinent? What is the largest river in the Indian subcontinent?
Ganga.
Nope.
Brahmaputra.
Yes, it is the Brahmaputra. The largest river in the Indian subcontinent is the Brahmaputra. Last question goes to you, right? Okay, so Cerritos La Palma, and the question is, what is the capital of Goa, Daman and Diu? What is the capital of Goa, Daman and Diu? Okay, fair time's up. Get to it. No, I need
Bombay?
The answer is Panaji. The answer, the capital of Goa, Daman and Diu is Panaji. Okay, what do we do? Okay, we start again with Cerritos La Palma. The question is, please, if you will bear with me, what is the island capital? What is the island capital of Andaman and Nicobar? What is the island capital of Andaman and Nicobar? Islands up this way.
Port Blair.
What?
We are going in the correct order, and the answer is Port Blair. They will get 2 questions for that point. The next one goes to gets 2 points for that. Next question goes to United India. As we go back and wind up for the last round, the last of the 6 rounds. It's a true or false question. If I may please have some silence from the front couple of rows here. If you would like to go outside and play, please do so if we can run through these rounds. I really would appreciate it. Thank you very much. True or false? This question is United India. The river Godavari flows into the Arabian Sea. The river Godavari flows into the Arabian Sea.
False.
It is false, and United India gets 2 points. The river Godavari does not flow to the Arabian Sea. Next question goes to St. Denis Laverne. True or false again? Listen to the question carefully. The southern portion of India that juts. If I can have some adults, please tell these children to sit quietly. It would help, please. Okay? We just have about another half hour to go. I know it's extremely difficult. Do you want to come up here and sit with me? No? Okay. This question, thank you. This question is to St. Denis Laverne. Please listen to it carefully. True or false? The southern portion of India that juts into the Indian Ocean, bordered by the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea, is called an archipelago. True or false? I hope I pronounced it right. The southern portion...
False.
Yes, it is false. You get 2 points for that. It is an archipelago. Sorry. I move to... St. Denis gets 2 points for that. Cerritos Chinmaya. Next question, very simple. It's a map. And look for the point mark number 4 and tell me which country it is. The place mark number 4, I'm sorry. Please tell me.
Bhutan?
Yes, it is Bhutan. Bhutan is one of India's neighboring states, neighboring countries. Nepal was the other one, and there are a couple more on the other side. Thailand included. Burma included, sorry. Question goes to LA Orange County. The last question, what is the capital of Gujarat? What is the capital of Gujarat? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to scrap that. I heard that from the audience. I'm going to have to scrap it. I am sorry, I told you in the beginning itself. Please be fair to the participants, okay? I will address the question again to LA Orange County. I am sorry. The question reads as follows. What is the capital of Arunachal Pradesh? What is the capital of Arunachal Pradesh?
Itanagar?
Yes, it is Itanagar. Okay, while she's totaling up, we're going to cut down the potpourri part to just 2 rounds. So it's not unfair to anybody, and I think it's, we're running short of time basically. There's no choices. 2 rounds, questions will go back and forth, the same way that we've done so far. No bonus questions, only 1 team will answer. 5 points, straight off the top. Okay? Okay, please, we're getting to the final part of this, and we've had such a wonderful day. The audience has been so, really, really nice so far. I know it's tough. Let's keep the excitement going in the proper way, okay? Please, the children up front, parents, please, make them join in the excitement, let them clap when you're clapping, but otherwise, I would appreciate it if you will maintain silence. Okay, the potpourri round, like I said, we're going to have 2 rounds, which again go back and forth, which means you're going to have 10 questions per round, 20 questions in total, and then we will decide who the winner is at the end of the whole thing. I will start with LA Orange County. There are no specific questions, it's all mixed up, and it's anybody's game ball at this point. I start with LA Orange County, and the question is, how many Indian prime ministers have died in office? How many Indian prime ministers have died in office? Silence from the audience, please.
4?
No, it's not 4. Sorry, no passing. The answer is 3, Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, and Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Question passes, next question, I'm sorry. Next question goes to Chinmaya Cerritos, and the question is as follows. Name the state shown in the map. Name the state shown in the map. Please look at it carefully. The part that's marked state. Yes, state.
Kerala.
Yes, it is. Okay, the next question goes to St. Denis Laverne, and it's a true or false question. It's a true true or false question. Okay, we've just got another 15, 20 minutes, please. Jawaharlal Nehru was one of the founders of the non-aligned movement. Jawaharlal Nehru was one of the founders of the non-aligned movement. True or false? Sandeep Laverne.
False?
I'm afraid not. The answer is true. He was one of the founding members of the non-aligned movement. Question passes to United. Next question goes to United India. And okay, the question is quite a simple one. Who was India's first president?
Mr. Prasad.
I'm going to need a full answer.
Mr. Rajendra.
Okay, that's a good answer. Mr. Rajendra Prasad was India's first president. Thank you. Thanks for that. We have a lot of Prasads, and I'm sure we have a lot of Rajendra Prasads also. Okay. Last question in this part of the round goes to Cerritos La Fama, and the question reads as follows. How many Melakarta ragams exist in the Carnatic music system? I repeat the question. How many Melakarta ragams exist in the Carnatic music system?
72.
Yes, sir. 72 is the correct answer. And we go back this way now. Cerritos La Fama, you got another shot. Which state is Ernakulam located in? Which state is Ernakulam located in?
Kerala.
Yes, it is Kerala. Cerritos La Fama get 2 points for that question. Ernakulam is located in Kerala. Okay, now question goes to United India. We move from geography to something else. The pulmonary vein connects the heart to which organ? The pulmonary vein connects the heart to which organ?
The lung.
Yes, sir, it is the lung. The pulmonary vein connects the heart to the lung. Next question goes to Sandeep Laverne, and the question reads as follows. The maximum value, if I may have some silence from the audience, please. The maximum value that the sine function attains in the xy plane is 1. It's a true or false question. The maximum value that the sine function attains in the xy plane is 1. True or false?
False?
I'm sorry, no. The answer is true. You don't seem to be having much luck with true or false questions today. Anyway, we go to Cerritos, Chima Cerritos. We move to religion here, and the question is, who was Arjuna's divine father? Who was Arjuna's divine father?
Indra.
Yes, ma'am. The last one of this particular round goes to LA Orange County. Is again true or false? Yeah, I got it right the first time. A body that is moving at a constant velocity has 0 acceleration. A body that is moving at a constant velocity has... I'm sorry, that has to be scrapped. I get another question from LA Orange County. It's not fair. That's the 3rd time they've lost out. They've lost out close to 6 points, and I'm sure other teams have also. Please. We're almost getting to the very end of it. Let's go for it, okay? Let's cheer them right through this, and let's go to the very end. Come on, guys. Okay, LA Orange County, this question is for you. Who was Mohandas Gandhi's wife? Who was Mohandas Gandhi's wife?
Saroja Gandhi.
No. Sorry, no pass on. The answer is Kasturba Gandhi. Okay? I'm sure a lot of people in the audience knew that question. Okay, this is... No, I said 2 rounds. Every round of ours went back and forth. This is the last and final round. Okay? All our rounds went back and forth. So if we had 6 rounds, we had 10 questions. Okay? Okay, this is the last and final round. I won't tell you the score now before we begin the final round. You can tell you the score. It's better that we tally up now before we go into the final round so we can maintain the enthusiasm also, okay? Just a couple minutes, please. Okay. Okay, let's see. LA Orange County has 23 points. Chinmaya Cerritos has 28. San Dimas Lavar has 9. Let me finish with that, then you can do all the howling you want. United India has 21, and Cerritos La Palma is leading with the final round right now with 33 points. Okay, so remember, it's 5 points per team, and it's still open for a couple of teams. Cerritos La Palma is 33, there's a 5-point difference with Chinmaya 28, and a 5-point difference with LA Orange County. This is the last and final round. I would like to thank the audience. I really do thank the audience for having bared with us. I apologize for my thing, but we are trying to maintain some sort of discipline. It does get taken offhand. I hope everybody enjoyed it, and let's go for the last round with all the vigor that we've had right through the evening, okay? LA Orange County, first question is, I had to get this question, I hated it. The duodenum, the ileum, and the jejunum are all parts of this organ. I repeat the question, the duodenum, the ileum, and the jejunum are all parts of this organ. Name the organ.
Intestine?
No, sorry, I can't give you that.
No.
Okay, anybody in the audience want to give it a quick shot? Small intestine, right, it is a small intestine. Okay, next question goes to, I'm sorry, I cannot give you any points for that. You're welcome. The next question goes to Chinmaya Cerritos, and the question is, okay, it's the last and final round, guys, okay? Let's go for it. In what state is the province of Coorg located? In which state is the province of Coorg located? C-O-O-R-G.
Gujarat?
No?
Karnataka.
Okay, yes, the answer is Karnataka. Coorg is in Karnataka. Third question, as we wind up with today's super quiz, goes to San Dimas Lavar. It's still, let's see. Okay, it's a true or false question, and I guess not. Okay, guys, he's going to get this one right, and you guys are going to regret it. Okay? If he gets it right, you're going to cheer all the way.
We'll be back next year.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit we want. We've got winners all the way tonight. The question is true or false? Please. An infinitely sided regular polygon becomes a circle. Is that true or false? I will repeat the question. An infinitely sided regular polygon becomes a circle. True or false? I want complete silence, please. San Dimas Lavar.
False?
Sorry, that was true. And okay, we come down to the last two questions. We come down to the last two questions of today's super quiz, and this one is to United India. Where was that? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I've got to go back to. Okay, United India. Who was Nakula's brother-in-law? Who was Nakula's brother-in-law? United India. Sorry?
No, Bobby.
It's Drishtadumna. Drishtadumna is Nakula's, Draupadi's brother is Drishtadumna. Tyumna, sorry. Okay, where are we? Last question at this part, and then we go back to the final 6 questions. 6 questions. What mountain range divides the northern portion from the southern portion of India? What mountain range divides the northern portion from the southern portion of India? Please, audience.
The Vindhya.
Yes, it is the Vindhya. Okay, let's start with the final 6 questions of today's super quiz, and let's share them all the way to the end. The first question, the first of the last 6 questions goes to Cerritos La Palma, and the question is, I already asked this. Well, the question is, what state is Ernakulam located in? I already asked that question, I'm sorry. Okay, this seems like an easy question. Who is the current Indian Vice President? Who is the Vice President of India? It's not Sharad? Okay, the answer is Shankar Dayal Sharma. S.T. Sharma is the Vice President of India. The second of the last 6 questions goes to United India. He's got his hand up. He's already got the answer. True or false? A tokamak is a fusion reactor. Audience? I will repeat the question. It's true or false. And the question is, a tokamak is a fusion reactor. True or false?
False.
I'm sorry you didn't get that right. It's true, apparently. Well, not too many people seem to be having luck with true or false. Okay, did you get another true or false? No, you did. Same for this one. Okay, Sandy Miss Laverne, this is your last question of Super Quiz 89. What is the chemical formula for the ammonium ion? What is the chemical formula for the ammonium ion? I need the chemical formula. Okay, the answer is NH4+. Okay, nobody gets any points for that. We get down to the second last question of this year's Super Quiz. Goes to Chinmaya Cerritos. Oh no, it seems like an easy one. Never know. Who was Ravana's? We already asked about Nakula's brother-in-law. Who was Ravana's sister? Yes, the answer is Shurpanakha is the answer. And before I go into the last question, let's hear for all the 5 teams here. Let's hear for the audience. United India and Cerritos La Palma. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much. Last question of Super Quiz 89. What is the mass of a photon? What is the mass of a photon? No, it's not 1 atomic mass unit. Anybody in the audience? Yes, sir, it is 0. And that becomes the end of this year's Super Quiz. I will give you the results. LA Orange County seems to have moved all the way down here. Okay, it's a very close fight. Everybody did an excellent job. The score is going down. Yes, really. The score is going down. LA Orange County gets 23 points. Congratulations and thank you very much. And we thank all the supporters for that team also. Chinmaya's Cerritos comes in with 33 points. Chinmaya Cerritos comes in with 33 points. Thank you very much. You were excellent participants. Thank you. Sandy Miss Laverne, you will be back next year. Give him a big. That is the spirit we're looking for. They come in with 9 points. They participated, and thank you very much for being with us today. United India, spirited performance, 21 points, ladies and gentlemen. Coming down to the winners of this year's competition. Super Quiz 89 has been won by Cerritos La Palma. I hope you enjoyed it. We will try to make it more interesting next year. Thank you very much and God bless. Thank you. I will hand over to I request you, we have not finished. We have all the awards to be given still. We still have the results for the Just a Minute, for the Shlokam contest, for the Bhajan contest. You sat through this whole thing. We will not take that long. We will zip through it as fast as possible. So wait for your children, your brothers, your sisters, your friends to go up on stage and get their prizes, okay? I will hand over to Mr. Mahadev now. Thank you.
So, congratulations.
Please have some silence. Please be seated where you were, because we are going to start start giving out the prizes in about 10 minutes. I knew that will give you. Thank you. We have. Please, may I have your attention. We have with us today a special guest from the Chinmaya Mission. This is Brahmachari Robin, and she comes from Vancouver, and she spent the time that a sadhak from Sandipani usually spends, which is about 2 years in Sandipani Sadhanaya, learning all the Sanskrit and all the Vedanta, and she's teaching and helping out in a lot of centers here. And I would like to welcome her and just let her say a few words about today's program.
Thank you, Mahadev. And Hari Om. First of all, I'd like to thank the Chinmaya Mission of Los Angeles for allowing me to be here to attend this really wonderful function today. And it's a real tribute to our Guru Dev's great vision that all the children have learned so beautifully. And I was sitting thinking that each group and their beautiful work is like a flower offered in tribute at his feet. Such is the beauty of what they've been learning. And even as we look outside and see nature giving, the rose gives its beautiful fragrance. We come near it and we are attracted by its sweetness and its beauty. All the Bhavihar children learning what they are learning in their classes, learning the beautiful values in life and how to grow and be great citizens in society. They too are growing to be like these beautiful roses, so that everywhere they go, this fragrance of a beautiful character attracts and enchants everyone who's near them. So I'd like to thank you very much.
I want to remind you that all those who had ordered the tapes, Swami Tejavananda's tapes, the tapes are here. Please come and see me after the program. And the other thing is that we have some programs. Brahmachari Robin will be here for the next week, and we have morning and evening talks on Vedanta. And please see me about the details. If you're interested, and you're welcome. It's all in Cerritos, and it's in 2 houses, and it's usually held in the morning. From tomorrow it'll be 7 to 8:30 in the morning, and in the evening it'll be 7:30 to 9. And every day in the morning it'll be 6 to 7:30. So if you can come during the weekdays. One of the texts is going to be Atma Bodh by Adi Shankaracharya, and one will be Upadesha Saram, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's commentaries. With this, I'm going to start, have Robin give you the awards. We'll start with the art. We have a very special prize for a 4-year-old who participated in this contest, even though
by the kids and the essays, please take them home with you after we finish. In the essay, in the art, coming to the 5 to 7 group, in 5 to 7, only 5 kids enter. So we gave 2 prizes for 5 kids. In the second place is Veda Samudralu from the Chinmaya Balavihar Upland. And the first place goes to Vilash Reddy from Nana. The 8 to 11 category, third place, Chinmaya Balavihar Upland, Mayura Kona. Second place, Rajini Kannan from the San Dimas Level. And first place, Rishi Goel from the United India. Group, there were 9 kids, so we gave 2 prizes again. Chinmaya Balavihar Cerritos, second. Raghu Monson. And first place goes to Nitya Kona, Chinmaya Upland. The third prize goes to Shalini Parameshwar. United India. By the way, she wanted to participate even though her age, she was not in that age group. I said yes, go ahead. See, that's what she got. Okay, and second place, Vivek Kannan. First place, United India, Rupesh Kaur. Should we go ahead or should we stop right now? Okay, here we go. This has been very difficult for the judges. So there are a number of ties here. So we didn't plan on the prizes, but you will get your prize. So I want both the coordinators to come here and receive it, okay, from the 2 Balavihars, please. Bhajan, the second place in the Bhajan group goes to Chinmaya Cerritos and San Dimas together. Ravi, please come up. Ravi, for the meeting. Please, coordinator from Jagannathan. And the other plate, the other prize will be given to the other participant. We have to order one more plaque for you, okay? So okay, that's the second place. The first place goes to Orange LA County College.
By the way, these things were very carefully done. This plaque was very carefully written out. And if you look at what it says there, it's true to what you're doing today. It says, in life, the glory lies not in the quarry, but in the chase. Success lies not in the trophy won, but in the race run, Swamiji has said. Coming back to the slokam, we have a tie on the first place. First place we have a tie between Orange LA County and Chinmaya Barga Cerritos. We'll have to give you another plaque. Somebody take it. I'm sorry, I announced the first. Okay. The second place, there's a tie. Again there's a tie. We have Cerritos La Palma and San Dimas Lover. You can see the judges have had a very hard time scoring.
We'll take the next one. We're gonna go next.
Okay, we come to just a minute. The group prize. Here we gave 2 prizes. Second prize goes to Cerritos La Palma. First prize goes to Chinmaya Cerritos. Now, individual prize also we have a tie. This has become so difficult. Okay, we have a tie between Sharad Parameshwar and Jyoti Nanda. Okay, the last one, super quiz. Chinmaya Cerritos, second place. And Cerritos La Palma first place. I'd like your suggestions. This year we picked out some questions, we asked some of you to give questions, and we did take some questions from there, or we tried to convert it to something that the kids would relate to. So I'd like feedback from you about what time to have this Balafest next year, what to change in the format. I'd like that when you give me some suggestions, we can do something more positive also. The other thing I want to say, please write to me whatever you have to say. The other thing, a couple of announcements. We need volunteers here to please help clean up after we finish. I want to thank all the people here who helped so much, particularly the Cerritos Chinmaya Barga people who helped so much to this organization. All the teenagers, including the MC, Paramesh, Krishna, Rajiv, and everybody. Huh? Mala, sorry. Okay. Please say, please stand up and say a Shanti Path before you leave.